But it never changes. I don't get it. It's like nobody's paying attention. It's like, if you're going to do a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie and you've got a new cast that's been voicing the show since the new release of Ninja Turtles, then use that cast. I don't get it. So maybe there's something I don't understand, though. It has to do with contracts and business, I'm sure.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah, that's, you know.
Yeah.
I want to ask if you could, there's a famous line in an episode called World of Explosion of Anger. If you could say it.
What's the line?
It's your phrase that you said, I'm the light in the darkness.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to ask if you could say it out loud.
Yeah, I don't remember. He's like,
I remember most of it.
what is it? You tell me. He's like, I'm the hope of the universe. He went on a megalomaniac trip, didn't he? I was really surprised at that line. I was like, that's not very, like, Zen, peaceful Goku. That's like, I am awesome. You know?
Yeah, I think we'll hold the lines just for questions going for a while now.
Oh, Adam wants to do lines. Can we do lines at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll keep.
But don't forget.
Yes.
Well, it's not what I want. Making a living. It's not. You know, when you're. I'm not the kind of act. Well, you know, there's some work I have turned down. I don't do hentai for a number of reasons. I'm not opposed to it if people enjoy that. I'm a very liberal person. I just psychologically couldn't get in the. So I'm not in a place where I can. You know, there's some work I won't do that if I don't like the project. I don't do hentai. I have a couple of rules, but when you're a starving actor and they say we're going to pay you a whole bunch of money to be Black Doom, and you've auditioned to be Black Doom, and you know, usually you go, okay, you know, it was. I was trying to make a living, and that was actually a really great job. It killed my voice, but that was a really nice paycheck for that game, and that was great. And I do it because I love it, but I'm also making a living, so I have to go. And I do have some moral standards. Like I think, you know, we're going to pay this to do hentai, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Or we're gonna. There's a project that, you know, we're not going to produce well, and I don't think the quality's up. I won't do it. I don't like to do that because I got to eat. But I do have some standards. Right now they're medium to low. You know, Dragon Ball Z is one of the best things I've ever done. So it's not the best thing I've ever done. Yes, absolutely. I was worried about eating because I do a lot better now that I've diversified my role. But there was a couple times where I really was starving. I was calling my dad. I was like, Goku's sick, and can I borrow $5 for gas? And my dad's like, wait a second, let me get this straight. You need to borrow gas money because your character's sick. And I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Well, do you know when he's not going to be sick again? I don't know, 20 episodes from now, something like that. So I was always worried about eating and paying rent at the time, frankly. And I was sad. I was surprised him dying. Well, I was sad the first time he died. But then I realized, they just take the camera to heaven, and then we get to act there. So it doesn't really matter if he dies, because nobody really dies forever in Dragon Ball except for some bad guys. So it doesn't, you know, it is what it is.
Yes, Adam. What was that? In the back of that. Yes.
What's your favorite Dragon Ball Z episode?
Well, one of my favorite Dragon Ball Z moments is the one he pointed out, where Cell does the instant transmission, the in your face instant transmission, Kamehameha. But favorite episode, I like the stuff when Goku's helping Gohan defeat Cell. I like all the stuff leading up to before the Cell Saga, where Goku's kind of hanging out with Gohan, being Super Saiyan all the time, so they can get used to it. Those are real nice moments. Yeah, just hanging out, you know, it's kind of cool. I like the moment in the Broly movie where Goku punches Broly in the stomach and twists his flesh apart. And I was like, oh my god, that's awesome. That was really cool. Yeah, I know. I'm like, wait, if your guts get ripped apart, you're dead. You know? That's the way I remember it. Yeah. I would love to meet Masako Nozawa. I haven't. Apparently she's a legend in Japan, and has been doing voiceover for years and years and years. I think she's a lot older now, but I would love to meet her. If I go to Japan, I want to try to. Actually, my dream is to do one line in an anime in Japanese. So I just want to be a background guy going, "Nani?" You know, or "Yosh." Just let me say one line, just so I can be doing an anime in Japanese. I don't know if any Japanese company would let me do that, but I would love that. But I would also love to meet Masako Nozawa. And Megumi, who's my other favorite Japanese voice actor? Say No, but I like her too, but no, the other one, Yumi Ogata, who was in Samurai Deeper Kill, played Kanada. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I watched that show. Yeah, Kanada Yukimura, yeah.
Last one.
Very good.
Right in the middle.
How do you feel when fans compare it to the original voice actor of Goku?
Well, I look at it this way. I think I'm the Roger Moore of Goku, because there's the first Goku, which would be like Matsunazawa, so that'd be Sean Connery. No, I'm not Roger Moore. Hang on, I tried to figure it out one day. I was like, if they do a bunch of different James Bonds, that would make me, I can't remember if I'm the crappy James Bonds, or, you know, I don't know which one. So it doesn't bother me, because at first it did, because I like to, once I get a role, I like to own it and make it my own. But at the same time, it's kind of cool to, kind of like the whole James Bond thing is done by different actors, you know? So it doesn't really bother me. What was your question again, though? Sorry. Does it bother me? Is that the question you have here?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't bother me. I have a lot of respect for all the other actors who voiced the role. I mean, I was actually imitating Kirby Moore. I was imitating Ian Corlett and Peter Columbus, because when I got the part, every day after work, I would have, Barry, can I borrow some Dragon Ball Z videotapes? Take them home, watch them so I can get better at this Goku thing? And you go, okay, you can. Notice I did both parts in Barry's voice, which doesn't make any sense. But, so I'd take them home, and even as I was recording, I was watching DVD to make sure that it sounded consistent. Because I was trying to, and then by the time you get to the Super Saiyan stuff with Frieza, that's when it kind of became my thing at that point, during the whole Super Saiyan transformation. And from then on, I stopped paying attention to their work. But I wanted to make the transition smooth. So no, it doesn't bother me. Yeah?
Do you ever wish you could become Super Saiyan?
Well, I have this funny idea. Okay, I have a friend of mine who's superstitious, like, don't, like I say something negative, and they go, no, don't say that, because it'll happen. I'm like, look, if that were true, I'd be able to fly, and I'd have a lightsaber by now. So, because I've been wanting both of those things since I was 7. So, if that's the case, if I go, hope you don't get in a car wreck, it doesn't mean you're going to get in a car wreck, you know. As much as I like to believe in positive thinking, I think there's a limit. I think the limit is at lightsabers and flying. Oh yes, I got it finally! Oh yeah. But I want it at work, so I can set things up with, you know? Because then you can do some serious cooking. Wait, I'm trying to turn it on. Anyway, are we done? What are we doing?
We're good. So I'd like to thank everyone for coming, and you round up.
Thank you. Tell me what to do a vocalization, actually. Let me do a couple of vocalizations.
How do you go out on your paper?
Hide stuff a lot. I got kind of annoyed with some of Goku's lines after a while. I mean, I love the character, but when you're playing Mr. Goody Two-Shoes for 7 years, it gets real boring. You want to play somebody evil after a while. I'd be jealous of Damon, you get to play Cell. I'd be jealous of, people who play bad guys. But you wanted me to do in the back, you wanted me to do the I am the light of the hope of the universe, I am the creature in the night! No, I don't know. I walked in! What did he say? He said what?
I'm the light in the darkness, defender of justice, protector of the innocent, the hope of the universe, ally to good, nightmare to you.
I am Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle! And I wanted to do that when we were recording that too, because he's like, I'm this, I'm that, you know? I'm so awesome, look out! I'm like, wow, Goku. What was that? Oh yeah, ally to good, nightmare to you!
Do a Kamehameha! Do a Kamehameha!